Hey everyone, it's Craig here. Today I'm at Epcot checking out some of the stuff that's going on for Festival of the Holiday. So Disney invited me out here to give me a little bit of a preview of some of the food options, as well as some priority seating to some of the entertainment that's taking place here, and then some free time too to check out some of the other offerings that are happening all throughout the festival going on here. So of course, since there's some food and stuff that I didn't pay for, they gave us a gift card to buy extra food. I can't really review it. I will be able to say whether or not I'll come back and get it on my own and pay for it so I can review it. But yeah, and I will pretty much be honest then too about when I don't like it. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna check everything out and I will keep you updated throughout the day.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, with the kids jingle belling, with everyone telling you be of good cheer. It's the most wonderful time of the year, time of the year. Hey, it's the happiest season of all, with those holiday greetings and gay happy feelings when friends go to call. It's the happiest season of all, There'll be parties for hosting, marshmallows for toasting, and caroling out in the snow. There'll be scary ghost stories and tales of the glories of Christmases long, long ago. It's the most wonderful time of the year. There'll be much mistletoeing and hearts will be glowing when loved ones are near. It's the most wonderful, most marvelous, wonderful, fabulous, marvelous, joyous, most wonderful time of the year. The most wonderful time of the year. Noel!
It's been a while since I've checked in. Not so much for you, but for me, and I apologize for that, but it's been kind of a busy day. So kicked things off with that opening little event where we got to hear some Voices of Liberty, and then got to meet some of the characters, including Mickey and Minnie. Chip and Dale were there too. But after that, it was all about sampling some of the food options that they laid out for us. Of course, they had the turkey and stuffing plate that they kind of have every year back in America, and you know, it's turkey and stuffing. So I understand why some people would want it, but for me, I like making it at home. So that's one that, even though I did sample it here, I will not be coming back to get on my own. Another thing that I tried was the queso fresco filled arepa, and I'm sure I said that wrong, so I apologize to everyone out there. Thank you for correcting me in advance, but if I said it right, hey, that's like the first time ever. That was interesting. So I don't think there was enough of the cheese in there for me, but it was topped with like shrimp and a little bit of avocado. So flavor wise, it was very complex, and I think I'll probably come back and try it and do a proper review of it. Then I also had two more items from the new Jewish booth that they have set up here at Epcot, and the first, of course, was the potato knish, and I believe this was my first potato knish that I ever had, and while it was very hard to cut through, it was a very crusty outside, it was soft and complex in the inside. I don't know, I think I've already said complex like 6 times, but it kind of was. So this is one that I will definitely be back to try again and do a proper review on it, as well as the pastrami on rye, which was very traditional, but I will say, from the little sample that they gave us, it was delicious. I will come back definitely to check it out at L'Chaim Holiday Kitchen to see if it's just as good as the one that Disney prepared for us. So there's obviously a whole lot more that I still have to try, and I plan on doing that very, very soon. But that's just the 4 items that they gave us right there to sample. Along with that, they gave us some of the cookies that you can get during the cookie stroll, and one other cookie that's just available as a standalone. I genuinely don't have anything to say about them. They were pretty. They were definitely beautiful to look at, very Instagram worthy and all that. But cookies are cookies, and I think we all have our favorite cookies. And, you know, I love the cookies that my mom makes. Lots of people like cookies, their grandparents making that. So you'll either love the cookies, you'll hate the cookies. But I doubt I will be back again to try any of those cookies by themselves. So take a drink for every time I just said cookie there. So it wasn't just all about food and cookies. I did check out some of the new entertainment. And the first thing I did watch was the new act that is appearing in Germany, Durch and Durch, and that is like a German punk rock band that came over from Germany. And even though it's the Christmas offering, I guess in a way, they're only doing 2 Christmas songs, at least from the set that I watched. Check out a little bit of it.
Christmas tree, oh Christmas tree, your leaves are so unchanging, not only green when the summer's here, but also well, it's gonna dream. Oh Christmas tree, oh Christmas tree, your leaves are so unchanging. And in German, oh Tannenbaum, wie treu sind deine Blätter. Du glänzt nicht nur zur Sommerzeit, nein auch im Winter, wenn es schneit. Oh Tannenbaum, wie treu sind deine Blätter. Hätte ich doch nur ein, noch nicht mehr. Oder besser gleich, nein, Tag mehr. Gerade wollte ich nur frag mich nicht, was soll ich hier? Wo sie was passiert, doch das denk ich heute nicht mehr. Jetzt wünsch ich mir noch ein, noch nicht mehr. Man müsste mal weniger Insta und mehr Kultur. Man müsste mal weniger drängeln auf der linken Spur. Man müsste mal endlich schalten, müsste mal a wait for guys. Das Sauerkraut. Das Sauerkraut. Das Sauerkraut. Das Sauerkraut. Thank you guys very much. You truly are a sauerkraut. We're doing from Germany. Enjoy the rest of your stay here at the Epcot International Festival of the Holiday.
It's interesting, but it did not put me in the holiday spirit at all. Just flat out. So lots of girls around loved it, so just was not for me, if I'm being completely honest. I also made my way over towards the Morocco, France area to check out the new holiday storyteller that they have. Mostly Kosher did not return this year to Epcot, which is a huge loss. But they do have a Hanukkah storyteller that comes out and shares a little bit more about Hanukkah. And yeah, so I watched it. Now take a little look at it.
Shalom, everyone! My name is Zachary, and I am thrilled to be here celebrating Hanukkah with all of you here at the Epcot International Festival of the Holidays. I've just come home to Orlando after a few years of studying abroad and meeting people from all over the world. In my travels, I've learned that people in different places and cultures celebrate Hanukkah in their own way. And now I get to share what I've learned with all of you. You know, a lot of people think that Hanukkah is just this very serious and somber holy holiday. But that's not completely true. In fact, Hanukkah is the only Jewish holiday not specifically mentioned in the Torah, our holy book. Hanukkah is a joyful holiday celebrating a victory and a miracle. It all began in 166 BCE when a small band of Jews known as the Maccabees defeated the large and powerful Assyrian army, driving them from Jerusalem and reclaiming their holy temple. After the battle, the Maccabees rededicated the temple and relit the eternal candle, a candle that is required to burn in synagogues at all times. The only problem was they only had enough oil to light the candle for one day. Yet by a miracle, the candle burned bright for 8 days, long enough for a messenger to return with more oil. This is why we now celebrate 8 days of Hanukkah. Now, during the 8 days and nights of Hanukkah, families gather together, much like we are now. We eat, we sing songs, we eat, we exchange presents, and did I mention that we eat? Specifically, we eat potato latkes and jelly donuts, foods that are cooked in oil to help us remember the miracle of the oil that burned for the Maccabees so long ago. Light the first of 8 tonight, furthest candle to the right. Light the first and second too, when tomorrow's day is through. Then light 3 and then light 4. Every dusk light 1 candle more, till all 8 burn bright and high, honoring a day gone by. And there are so many wonderful Hanukkah songs and traditions out there in this great big world. Yet it seems that no matter where you are, Hanukkah is about remembering the miracle, remembering to be a light, and celebrating with food, fun, and most importantly, family. Now, before I leave you, I'd like to share one more song with all of you. I'm sure that some of you know this one, but for those of you who don't, it's called Oh Hanukkah. Hanukkah, oh Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance the hora. Gather round the table, we'll give you a treat. Dreidels to play with and latkes to eat.
And it is entertaining. It's just not mostly kosher. I wish Mostly Kosher would have came back. They were so entertaining. I felt like I learned more from them with their music stylings. There's nothing wrong with this one. It's just it's very traditional, like how they used to do all the holiday storytellers. But I don't know. It just left me wanting a little bit more. But I would definitely check it out. Like any of the holiday storytellers that you'll find all around the world. So I also caught a little bit of the Voices of Liberty again, this time in their actual home inside the American Adventure.
With this gathering of nations around the World Showcase Lagoon, we're reminded that this holiday season is celebrated all over the world. Our next song comes to us from the icy tundra of the Ukraine. Sweet summer bells all seem to say, broadcast away, Christmas is here, bringing good cheer to young and old, meek and the poor, ding on your nose, as is home, hit of the wing, all caroling. One seems to hear words of a cheer from everywhere, filling the air, oh, honey, what a praise, the sun, bright day, telling it
sing songs of the cheer. Christmas is here. Ding, 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 Christmas, ding, 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 Christmas, dawn, they said, dawn, here to the home, to every home. Dawn, they said, dawn, here to the home, to every home. Ding, 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 ding. Snowbound mountain, snowbound valleys, snowbound plateaus, gladly little Jesu, little good Saint Joseph, come this year. Let me fly o'er the snow, the hay, hop, hop, go with sailors ringing gay, singing merrily, merrily. So cold and crisp at night, with sharp winds blowing, we are going onward through the night. Hey, oh, la, hey, oh, la. Let me fly o'er the snow, the hay, hop, hop, go with sailors ringing gay, singing merrily, we go. So cold and crisp at night, with sharp winds blowing, we are going onward through the night. Hey, oh, la, hey, oh, la. Let me fly o'er the snow, the hay, hop, hop, go with sailors ringing gay, singing merrily, we go. Ho, hallo, merry we go. Ho, hallo, merry we go. Ha, 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 ha,
And I don't really have anything to say about that. They're here all the time. It's just I really enjoy listening to them. So next up that I have on my list, I think I'm gonna maybe try a little bit of beer. And then I have eventually the first showing of the night of the Candlelight Processional, which I believe the narrator today is Alfonso Ribeiro, who you better know as Carlton from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So let's see what I get into. I like how I pretended for 1 second that I wasn't going to go and get beer. And I did that by Germany at the Prost tent that they have set up. So they have 6 different beers from Florida, from all different breweries across the state. And of course you can buy them all individually, or you can get one of 2 flights that they have. So one has 3 of the beers, the other has the other 3 of the beers. I chose to do a flight. I got flight number 1, which has MIA Beer Company White Christmas IPA, which that's the one I'm most looking forward to. There's also the Central 28 Beer Company, My Favorite Things Brown Ale, which that's a little bit lower on my list, but I'll try it because it's in this flight. And then another one that I'm excited for, the Copper Point Brewing Company. Sorry, let me say that over. Copper Point Brewing Company Cold Brew Coffee Lager. So those are the 3. I'm going to start with the White Christmas IPA. It's a solid IPA, for sure. I don't know what Christmas flavors they're going for in there, but as an IPA, it's one that I'll probably come back and try a full pour of. Moving on to the My Favorite Things Brown Ale. On the tap, it's at a holiday spiced brown ale. And I'm gonna say it actually does have a lot of holiday spice to it. So if you're looking for a festive beer, might try that. I'll definitely be back to get a full pour of that. Maybe even a full flight if I like this last one. So the last one's the Cold Brew Coffee Lager. If you like cold brew coffee, and if you like beer, and you like them together, it's pretty solid. So overall, I will be back again to review this one at some point out of my own pocket. I can already tell you it's going to be a good one. But in the meantime, thanks Disney for buying me some beers. I'm sure that Disney gave me a gift card so I could try things I've never had before, or try some of the new offerings that are around here, and that would normally be very nice, except pretty much my favorite thing to get any time of the year at Epcot is actually during the holiday season, and that is the holiday beer flight that you get at the American Holiday Table booth. And that is the flight that comes with the Orange Blossom Brewing Cranberry Kringle Pilsner, the Shipyard Eggnog White Porter, as well as J-Dub Seasons Greetings Peppermint Milk Stout. No need to review this one in the future because we've already done it. I think it was last year or the year before, maybe even both. I don't know. We do this every single year, so don't have to worry about all of that and seeing it later. I'm just going to tell you what I think of it this year. So I'm going to start with the Cranberry Kringle Pilsner, if I can get it out without spilling all over my camera. Refreshing, smooth, just a hint of cranberry flavor. Still very delicious. I'm moving on to the Peppermint Milk Stout. Lots of peppermint flavor. Pairs perfectly with the stout. I could just sit here and drink it all day. That's like dessert. And then finally, my favorite, the Shipyard Eggnog White Porter. I cannot get enough of this beer. Literally, like, after Rhino and I found out that they actually sell it by the pint at Sea Dog, which is close by right off property, we were there multiple times to get it over and over again, and I'm going to do the same thing this year as soon as I find out that it's on tap. Of course, you can get it here, or you can go over to the refreshment outpost in the Equatorial Africa area, you know, that area between China and Germany. And there you can get the full pours of it. So if you really like it, I suggest just getting your beer there. But if you want it with the flight, get it over here. But as always, this flight is on point. So next up, I have Candlelight Processional. So I'm going to head there.
We'd have to wait in line.
This is my very first Candlelight Processional, and I am extremely excited to be able to be here and to do this for my very first time. Please have a wonderful, wonderful evening. This year is a very special year, as it is the diamond anniversary of the Candlelight Procession. Walt Disney himself created the first Candlelight Processional at Disneyland 60 years ago. During all of these years, literally millions of guests have enjoyed the Christmas story, the traditional carols, and especially the glorious music of the holiday season. To continue this marvelous heritage, I invite you to sit back and enjoy our magnificent orchestra and awesome singers. Now, let us begin. In the 6th month, the angel Gabriel was sent from God to a city of Galilee named Nazareth, to a virgin who was betrothed to a man whose name was Joseph of the house of David. And the virgin's name was Mary. And he came to her and said, "Greetings, O favored one, the Lord is with you." But she was greatly troubled at the saying, and tried to discern what sort of greeting this might be. And the angel said to her, "Do not be afraid, Mary, for you have found favor with God. And behold, you will conceive in your womb, and bear a son, and you shall call his name Jesus. Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea, in the days of Herod the king, behold, wise men from the east came to Jerusalem, saying, Where is he who has been born King of the Jews? For we saw his star when it rose in the east, and have come to worship him. And when they saw the star, they rejoiced with exceeding great joy. The star that they had seen went before them until it came to rest over the place where the child was. And going into the house, they saw the child with Mary his mother, and they fell down and worshipped him. Then, opening their treasures, they offered him gifts, gold and frankincense and myrrh. Child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulders, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. Thank you. I have sincerely enjoyed being here with you, and I hope you've enjoyed this Candlelight Processional. This was my first, and it was awesome. Amazing loved it. I hope you all loved it as much as I did. However you celebrate during this time of year, may you and yours find the love and joy and peace this holiday season. Thank you.
Well, things took a little bit of a turn there, and we had some rain come through that I guess it was supposed to rain, and I didn't really prepare for it. But anyways, I'm going to have to give you my final thoughts on everything from my car instead of actually from Epcot, but that's okay. And so, yeah, the last time I left you, I was going to the Candlelight Processional, and it was very, very well done, like it always is. So Alfonso Ribeiro was the host, of course, as I already said previously, you know, from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, AFV, and many other things that he's done. It was his first ever time narrating for Candlelight Processional, so that was his first show ever as well too, and so he looked very nervous, in my opinion, throughout it. Actually looked like he wasn't enjoying it until it got to the end where it was finished, and then a smile just came right across his face, and he seemed to finally be having fun with it. So it'd be interesting to see how he was for the later shows, but I didn't. It was a lot of hecticness right after that, leading all the way up until Illuminations, with, of course, the holiday tag at the end, which is one of my favorite things I could possibly do throughout the holidays. I mean, it's really between that and then the Illuminations with the 4th of July tag. Those are like my two favorite things ever. With fireworks at Walt Disney World, that is, and these they never disappoint. So Disney put us up in the spot where you would get to watch them if you were doing a private dessert party. So you know, if you're watching on the bridge between France and the United Kingdom, that little area to the right that's closer to France, it's down below, right on the water. That's where we were, and it's just a really, really great view for it. So it was very nice of them to put us there and take care of us all day, everyone who was there. So yeah, I had fun checking out everything that was happening at Epcot for Festival of the Holidays, and I look forward to going back on my own and spending my own money on a lot of this stuff so I can give proper reviews. But today was a good way to get a taste of what I want to go back and talk about. So I'm going to say goodnight for now, and I will leave you with some of Illuminations with that holiday tag. Happy holidays.
Our holiday wish is that everyone, everywhere, joins together with the message of peace on earth